It's not Halloween or Mardi Gras, but we all wear masks. We wear them when we try to be someone we're not, when we try to act like we're happier than we really are, or when we try to pretend that we have it more together than we really are. We wear them for ourselves, we wear them for each other, like in the grocery aisle. Our friend comes up and says, "How are you?" What do we say? "I'm fine." Of course, we always say we're fine, when inside we might just really be a mess. But what if we could take off our masks and get real? Get real with ourselves, with God, and with others. Well, one of the masks that I have worn very often in my life is the mask of busyness. I become just overoccupied and keep things going so fast I don't have time to feel any of the things that are really going on deep inside of me, which is usually a whole lot of insecurity and need for approval and those things that we struggle with as women. But some of our masks, we get a lot of mileage out of them. Like it gets you a lot of good strokes, those kind of things. And it can come in handy, like when you're raising children, especially like 4 boys. And I remember at one point in time when there were 3 of them were teenagers. And you can imagine a house of 3 teenage boys, plus an adolescent. Life was pretty crazy, and our supper tables were pretty crazy. And one night, my sweet husband we were sitting at the supper table, and the boys were talking about who knows what. And John just very quietly and calmly looked at me and said, "You know, honey, we have 4 boys, but they share one brain. And we never know who has it." So are you with me, girls? Come on, let's do it. Let's give it a shot. There ain't nothing to it. We'll rhyme a little here, we'll rap a little there, put our hat to the side, wave our hands in the air. We're gonna get real, gonna keep it real. Get real, to get real rap. Oh yeah, I'm losing my hat. Well, there was a time in my life when I had to get real with God. I was going through infertility, and after years of surgeries and disappointment and lots of painful things, I was having a hysterectomy that I really didn't want to have. And this was going to be it. There was going to be no miracle baby at this point. I was going to be barren. But at the end, God just reached out to me and literally held me on that rock. I could feel his hands just rocking me back and forth, just telling me that I'm sorry. I know this hurts. And I just felt an intense sense of comfort and peace. I was not meant to carry my boys in my womb, but I was meant to be their mother. And I'm so grateful for that no, because it led to a beautiful yes. Psalm 139 says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful." Every burden that I bear and every scar that I still wear, you know my hidden secrets, you know my past, but you keep me close and you still love me. There was a point in my life when I was going through a really hard time. My then husband of 20 years was having an affair with a younger woman. And I was devastated, not knowing what to do. And shortly after this happened, after I found this information out, I was out in Colorado, and I was spending the afternoon with God and my notebook, writing these songs, these laments, these cries out to God. What am I supposed to do now? And in the midst of that struggle and that crying out, this little butterfly just appeared and started dancing right in front of me and was just so beautiful and mesmerizing. And I could not take my eyes off this butterfly. And as I sat staring, God spoke so clearly to my heart. And he said, "Jill, you are that butterfly. And you're going to be okay because I am right here with you. Think of the perspective of a caterpillar. A blade of grass would be huge, and an anthill would seem like a mountain, and it would take a whole day to get across a yard. But all of a sudden they go into this dark, lonely place where it feels like life is over. But a little bit of light starts creeping in, and pretty soon they're struggling and they're fighting to break free from that cocoon. And that struggle and that fight is what gives the butterfly's wings strength enough to fly. And 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, they are a new creation. The old is gone, and the new has come." And you may feel like a caterpillar some days, crawling around on the ground, but God looks at you, and he sees a butterfly, and he wants to watch you fly. So put your hands together, ladies. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I've been up and I've been down, I've been crawling all around this cold, hard ground. But God's been waiting patiently, love has got its hold on me, and I believe that I can do anything if I let grace